This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Audible.com. Coming up on Destructoid, The Last of Us reminds us how scary the outside world is, Nintendo directs us to some of its new wares, and EA waves goodbye to the online pass. All that and more right now on Destructoid Live.
Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville.
It could be worse.
No, it couldn't. I got the worst shirt I could find.
It could be worse. The
I
Max
love these
Scoville
stupid
story.
shirts. I love these shirts. I wore like a normal jacket today, and you're like, oh good, he's dressed like a human being. And then I pulled this out of my bag at the last minute. I'm like, just kidding.
Yep.
I look like a tropical flower.
Oh, God. Well, speaking of tropical flowers, we don't have news about tropical flowers today, but we do have news about Nintendo, who saw fit to grace us with another Nintendo Direct this morning. Fair bit of news has come out of that, though none of it is really as exciting as we wanted it to be. It usually goes that way in the weeks leading up to E3. So let's start with what is probably the most intriguing announcement here, Sonic Lost World. This is a new action-adventure platforming game that is going to be exclusive to the Wii U and 3DS. That is literally all the information we have right now, I'm sorry. We do know it's being developed as part of Nintendo's ongoing partnership with Sega, who are also going to be releasing several Game Gear titles on the 3DS eShop soon. There was a list of them over on Destructoid.com. As you can see, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is there, so I really don't think you need to actually look at the rest of that list.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Hell yeah. So that's on Destructoid.com if you want to check those out. Meanwhile, the upcoming New Super Mario Bros. U expansion, New Super Luigi U, is also going to be heading to the Wii U's eShop on June 20th for $20. If for some reason you hate Mario or plumbing or Italians, you can always buy a standalone version of that game, which will be shipping on a disc on October 25th. That'll be $30, which is $10 more, but it won't require you to own the original. So, I guess Luigi's also Italian.
Not in the movie. In the movie, he was played by John Leguizamo.
Oh, there you go.
So maybe, you know,
Perfect.
if you're like, yeah, I don't know. I wish they had a John Leguizamo game.
Yes,
that would
that
be
is
cool.
the most true-to-life version of Mario. Some other noteworthy announcements from Nintendo Direct. The Wonderful 101 got a release date of September 15th for the Wii U in North America. Europeans will be getting it a little sooner on August 23rd. And last but not least, or probably least, actually.
Least, I think.
Yeah, it is least. Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2004 Olympic Winter Games is going to be heading to the Wii U sometime. We don't know when. We'll have to wait until E3 for more details.
Man.
Speaking of E3, Nintendo has announced that they are going to be bringing E3 to the public this year, which means that during the week of E3, select Best Buy stores in the US and Canada are going to have Wii U demo stations set up so anyone can hop on and check out some of the console's new offerings. It's kind of like what they do with the 3DS during Christmas time. They haven't announced exactly what games are going to be playable yet, but again, patience. Everything will be revealed at E3. Or in this case,
I love how they're like, we're bringing the
before.
E3 to the public, and it's like, well, are you going to have really terrible
Like,
smells
we
and a
can't
lot
see
of
it yet.
tired people and an open bar? Because if not, then
It's
don't
not E3.
let Nintendo trick you into thinking
Yeah.
E3 is like a Best Buy, because it's way cooler.
Best Buy is so much fancier.
Yeah. So Nintendo's announcements this morning probably weren't the biggest news about the company to drop this week, though I don't think they want to really boast about the story that was.
Yeah.
Electronic Arts currently has no Wii U titles in development. This marks the first time since 1991 that Madden NFL won't be on a Nintendo system, which is really crazy when you consider how wicked popular that game is. EA also announced that it doesn't plan on getting the Frostbite 3 engine adapted for the Wii U, which, I mean, if you've seen what the Wii U does, it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. They said they ran some tests with the Frostbite 2, and that those didn't pan out, and they just didn't plan on going down that road. So that's kind of bad. Of course, that rules out Battlefield 4 being on the Wii U at any point, along with any of the Star Wars games that are currently in the works that are all running Frostbite 3. So, ouch.
I love how nonchalant they were about that. They were just like, yeah, maybe sometime down the line.
Burn.
But not now.
Frostbite burn.
Yeah.
Anyway, as much as gamers might piss and moan about boycotting EA, that doesn't change the fact that their games do sell very well, especially stuff like Madden and Battlefield and Star Wars. So, you know, taking massively popular franchises like that and then they're having them not be available on Nintendo's console, that's a pretty big nail in the Wii U's coffin. I'm not saying the Wii U is dead or anything, you know, but sometimes it's just prudent to go coffin shopping ahead of time and to pick out some nails in advance, you know?
Yeah, that's
especially
good
if you have an
advice for
oddly
everyone.
shaped coffin that needs room for an extra controller in there. You gotta, you know, if it's like longer in the back. And anyway, In other EA news, the company announced that they were abolishing the much-hated online passes that have been kind of coming with some of the more recent games, saying that none of their new games would include that feature. EA's John Reisberg admitted to GamesBeat that many players didn't respond to the format. We've listened to the feedback and decided to do away with it moving forward. Online passes, of course, if you're unfamiliar, tie portions of in-game content to a single-use code, so basically the game has less value when you purchase it used or try and sell it off.
It's a dick move.
It's a dick move is what it is. Now a lot of people are very excited about this news, and they're like, take that, EA! We sure showed you with our blogging and blog posts, but I really can't help to feel like it might be a little bit too soon to celebrate, especially considering there are, hey, 2 crazy new consoles coming out this year, and Microsoft's new Xbox is still under wraps until next week, and the online specifics about that and the PS4 are still quite a mystery. And I feel like the concept of an online pass could maybe be redundant at some point, and that maybe everything might be online a whole lot more than it is now, and that having a code you have to enter in as opposed to maybe linking something to your gamer tag. Who knows? But I feel like EA announcing this stuff this week, conveniently, right before a new console gets unveiled, might just be them kind of doing something to generate some good faith toward them before another company chimes in and says, guess what? Everything's online all the time. Not pointing any fingers here, but just, you know, crazier
God knows
things
they
have
could
happened.
use some good publicity. So, onto a company that actually...
One we like. Let's talk about a good one. Tell us about Gaben.
Yeah, so Valve made a few changes to Steam this week. You might not have noticed them because they sort of went under the radar and they didn't really publicize them until after the fact. But on Tuesday night, like in the middle of the night, they rolled out this new gamer score type feature that's going to allow users to earn XP and then level up based on the number of community badges that they've completed. And you get those for relatively simple things like linking your Steam account to your Facebook account or adding something to your wish list, just a lot of banal things. It's kind of weird to me that they would base this off of things that can be done once and then forgotten about rather than an actual metric of effort like total playtime or a number of achievements earned, etc. But I guess the idea is that it'll encourage people to go back and either check out features that they previously ignored or check out ones that they didn't even know about, which, like, I'll admit, a lot of these things I didn't know about. So in that regard, I suppose its purpose is being served. I haven't actually gotten the new changes yet, not that I'd have a whole lot to brag about anyway, but apparently they're being rolled out on kind of a staggered basis. And I guess Steam hates me or something.
Well, you're just one of the disgusting gaming press.
I'm a filthy
I wonder if
cash.
do they give you points for making your profile picture like actually be a picture of you?
I don't think so. I don't think they can tell.
I hate it when somebody's like, oh, it's like I'm a car. You're like, or like that's like a guy from Digimon.
Yeah,
like, I want to know who I'm talking to.
Most people on Steam do not have photos of themselves, I would imagine. But maybe, I don't know, maybe if you link it to your Facebook account. There is another big change that they also made this week, which is the addition of Steam trading cards, which is also tied back into the badge system that they already have. I love Destructoid. These are specific to certain games. Right now, that list includes 6 games: Team Fortress 2, Dota 2, Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Counter-Strike Go, and Don't Starve. All you have to do here is play the game to earn a trading card for it. That trading card can then be exchanged for badges, which in turn will earn you other things like emoticons and profile backgrounds and even coupons. I realize this is all incredibly confusing. I'm still trying to understand it and grasp it even as I'm saying these words right now. Like if trading cards earn you badges and badges earn you XP, do trading cards get you XP? I don't know. I don't have any of this functionality yet because, like I said, Steam hates me. So maybe somebody in the chat can enlighten us and let us know what the deal is here.
Do they have any pogs? Are there any like cool Steam pogs?
Like commemorative pogs?
I don't know why we're talking about this.
I won a pog championship once in the 4th grade.
I was thinking a cool thing would be big pogs you can use as coasters in your giant
like slammers?
90s teenager living room. Anyway, let's do something else besides talk about pogs. Why are we doing that? Who here likes Batman? Everybody? Okay, good, because anybody who doesn't like Batman can just straight GTFO because we like Batman here.
That's a
look at him.
Sexy picture.
Yep. On that highly professional note, we've got our first teaser for Batman: Arkham Origins, and it is very much a teaser. We get a frosty DC Comics and WB Games Montreal logos, and then we get almost 30 seconds of Batman and Deathstroke fighting in a snowy container park. So we already knew about Deathstroke being in the game, but this also confirms that there will be snow and containers in the game. Yeah, teaser trailers like this never really sell a game, and I know that some people are obviously waiting for more info about Arkham Origins, since Rocksteady isn't the developer, and WB Games Montreal has only worked on the Wii U Armored Edition of Arkham City and Looney Tunes Scooby-Doo Cartoon Universe, which is something that I don't know what that is. But this is a teaser. They said that there's going to be a trailer, I believe, on Monday of next week, so it'll still going to be a CG trailer. I don't think they're going to be showing off a whole lot of gameplay or anything, but, you know, it'll show you more than snow and containers, so. I'm actually more excited about the portable Metroidvania Batman title that's in the works for Vita and 3DS. That's Arkham Origins Blackgate. That's also being done by WB Games Montreal, and both games are going to be released on October 25th to all the current gen systems. No word on what's coming to the PS4, the next box. But yeah, that's a Batman game that they're making.
That is one Batman game.
I'm okay with that. I mean, obviously I want to see more before we, you know. I wish that it looked like that. I wish there was a game where you do the Batusi and there are like sound effects everywhere, but
that would be cool, actually.
Nobody likes my dumb ideas. We're going to take a quick word to thank our sponsor, and we're going to be back here with more news. In the far-off year of 2013, we have such amazing technology at our disposal. Interactive game videos, pocket telephones, camera hats, books that read themselves. Books that read themselves? Yes, that's right. I'm talking about audiobooks. And for a great selection of these audiobooks, you don't have to go any further than audible.com. Audible has over 100,000 titles to choose from, which can be downloaded from the internet onto a portable noisemaker of your choice, including pocket phones using the Audible Pocket Phone app. Audible's got a huge selection of audiobooks of all genres, including science fiction, regular fiction, drama, comedy, dramedy, business, history, and business comedy. You can get a free audiobook of your choice when you head to audible.com/Destructoid and sign up today. I just started reading Armies of Heaven, The First Crusade, and the Quest for Apocalypse by Jay Rubenstein. It is a historical account of the First Crusade, as the title would suggest, and the Quest for Apocalypse. People really just wanted the world to end, and they were really stoked on horrible, crazy things that were happening. So they were running around killing people and stuff. And if you think video games are violent, they don't even hold a candle to the gross stuff that people did in actual medieval history. So again, for a free audiobook of your choice from the Audible library, just head to audible.com/Destructoid. It's a free book that reads itself out loud to you. What are you waiting for? Also, it helps support the show.
Yes, also that. All right, back to the show. Speaking of which, I'm always surprised when I remember that The Last of Us is coming out next month, because I sort of just assume it's next gen because it looks so good. Regardless, a lot of outlets were able to go hands-on with the game this week. Destructoid's Chris Carter was one of those people, and unfortunately his preview won't be up on Destructoid.com until tomorrow morning. I'm so sorry. We've lashed him, trust me. We do, however, have some new footage for the game, which we thought we'd show you anyway, because we know what you like, and what you like is gameplay footage. This doesn't contain any story spoilers,
There are
so don't
trees
worry
in the
about that.
game? What?
Yes, and butterflies and some kind of swan crane creature.
Oh, gross.
I guess it's just a bird. Yeah, so as you can see, most of this gameplay footage is just Joel and Ellie kind of walking around different places, commenting on stuff. You get a pretty good taste of a lot of the environments in this game. Here's like an abandoned ghost town. They end up stumbling upon a little, oh gosh, I guess this is a trap that you get pulled up in. Yeah, the combat in the game is sort of divided up. Well, it's divided up between fungus-infected mutants like this guy, and then the hunters, which are basically the few surviving humans on Earth who have, they're jerks. They've turned to a life of crime and established a reputation of horrible cruelty and violence.
Some jerks.
Yep. And Joel is like surprisingly, I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. He's just like,
well, he's
just brutal.
Yeah.
He's brutal.
This is square
from
there.
what I understand, this is a pretty unabashedly gory game. Like, you can't really hear much of it right now, but the sound effects are actually like really impressive. Like the beatings, like when you shoot a gun, it's not just like boom. It's like you hear like boom, like the bullet like moving through the air. And then of course, like I said, violence. Like that guy just burned to death.
Yeah, gross. Cool.
You can shoot people with shotguns, and the animations that will happen are like insanely gory. Like their insides will pop out and stuff. And then so after like a big shootout like this, you basically just like standing amongst piles of dead, mutilated bodies on the floor, and it's really cool and gross.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I said, Chris Carter has his full preview up on Destructoid.com tomorrow morning.
Played the game.
He actually played the game. I still have not played this game yet. I'm going to be checking out the demo very soon for myself, actually. But Chris Carter has played it. He's going to have his full impressions up on Destructoid.com tomorrow. And of course, he will have many, many more details about the game than what I can tell you now or even show you in 5 minutes of gameplay footage.
I'm relieved to know that there are swans in the game. I think that's going to be good.
Is that the one that we saw earlier?
I think that was a swan.
Kind of bird?
It might have been a goose or I don't know. Let's see, we got some questions from the chat.
I italicized some ones that I thought were good.
Wolfwood MK says Max looks like Ace Ventura.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody else called you the Rodney Dangerfield of games journalism.
Wow, ouch. No respect. Medic Wheat 69 says, what is your take on the Game of the Year editions that include all DLC content not included in the original release, such as Skyrim Ultimate? Does it hurt initial sales?
I don't care if it hurts initial sales. I think it's awesome.
I think it depends on the game a whole lot. I think it's a great thing, especially if after the fact, you want to go back and replay a game that you skipped out on, and maybe it was under your radar or whatever, and you're just like, you don't want to buy a game and then have to download all the stuff. So they're like, hey, here you go.
Yeah, well, because with like 4 pieces of DLC, a game will end up being $100.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it. And a lot of people don't care about playing these games when they come out. So.
I think that the problem is with Skyrim, it's like obviously like 4 pieces of DLC, or like 3 campaign type content story things. It's not like horse armor. Like in the case of Saints Row, for instance, I wasn't a fan. I actually wish that I'd waited for the complete full package version, because that's like, hey, it's all that stuff we trickled out over the course of 7 months after the game came out. So.
It's a great tool for people who don't have time to play all these games at launch and then just kind of want to go back and like restart them a year later.
Get your money's worth. Let's see. Red Gorilla 223 says, Max and Tara, you're going to be live streaming reactions about Xbox reveal event. I heard. Where will they be?
Yes, we will be doing that next Tuesday. It's at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Twitch. Wait, what did you say in my ear?
9:30.
We will go live at 9:30 at youtube.com/rev3games. It'll be Max, myself, Adam Sessler will be there.
Adam's actually going to be
Adam's
at
at
the event.
Microsoft. I'm sorry, I'm screwing up today, guys. Adam is going to be like physically there looking at things while we are here looking at a television commenting on it. We will be streaming with Anthony Carboni and Veronica Belmont of Techzilla and Patrick Norton also of Techzilla.
Yes, and I believe we're going to have Xbox bingo cards. We're going to try and get some of those ready for you so that you can play along with us at home.
We're going to make a game
nailed
of
down
it.
yet, but hopefully that'll be a good thing.
Any other questions?
The one about Rodney Dangerfield. Sotness said Max is the Rodney Dangerfield of game journalist. What does that even mean? I have a shirt on,
John Doe said, do you think Nintendo can turn things around for the Wii U, or do you think it's a little too late? I totally think they can. I mean, it's only been out like 6-7 months or something.
It would be cool if they released some games that
it would be
some
cool,
Nintendo
but you know
games,
what? They've got a while, and I feel like they're not fiending for money right this second, I feel like they can take it a little bit longer.
Well, then why are they going after those poor YouTubers?
Yeah, that was another question that somebody asked us, what we feel about that.
Yep. Anyway.
But we do have a couple other videos we wanted to plug really quick. Today's Casual Friday, which means that we put up a Casual Friday video of us talking about our backlogs, which is not a sexy thing. It's a collection of games that we've been sitting on forever and are finally just now getting around to. Interesting perspectives in that one, and also.
Oh hey, I'm getting a show of my own. I'm getting my own damn show.
Yeah.
You can watch. It's going up on Rev3Games, youtube.com/Rev3Games. It's called Max Scoville's Study Hall. And I expect you all to be there. Attendance is mandatory. If you do not go to Max Scoville's study hall, you will go to video game jail. That is a promise that I just made up.
Thrashing.
Thrashing
of a lifetime.
That'll be going up Monday morning, and I really hope you guys can all watch it. I don't wear this shirt, but I wear a little necktie, and it's very cute, and I have a great time doing my dumb show. So
You're 12.
I'm a big old child baby.
On that note, that is all we have for today's show. As usual, you are more than welcome to go follow us on Twitter. I am Tara Longest. He's Max Scoville, and the show is at Detoid Show. We're going to be back here on Tuesday with every piece of information you have ever wanted to know about the next Xbox, including the name. What is it? Is it Xbox? Is it Nextbox? Is
Durango
it Xbox
Infinity?
Infinity? Could be anything. So place your bets, and we'll see you back here next week. Take care.